Some Omegas aren't just watches, they're silent climbers in the collector market, quietly stacking value while you sip your morning espresso. From moon landing legends to Bond-worn icons and even pieces with UV secrets baked into the dial, these 10 models are heating up fast. A few of these have doubled in value, and one might be sitting in your drawer right now. Watch until the end, everybody, because the last one, practically a time bomb in the best way. Let's start with number 1, the Speedmaster 57 green dial. Consistent retention and mild appreciation. This one is all about vintage soul with a modern edge. Inspired by the original 1957 Speedy, it retains the throwback charm with a brushed stainless steel bezel, a compact 41mm case, and a perfectly balanced bi-compax chronograph layout. But it flips expectations with a bold forest green dial that strikes just the right tone between playful and sophisticated. The rhodium-plated hour hands and crisp hour markers glow white with super luminova, keeping it legible and cool even in low light. Powering it is the caliber 9906, a hand-wound master chronometer that is highly anti-magnetic and delivers a clean 60-hour reserve. Priced from $4,000 to $7,295 on the pre-owned market, it's been holding value consistently, quietly climbing in collector circles. Perfect with linen suits, leather jackets, or even rolled-up sleeves, and no plan. Number 2, the Constellation Globemaster. This one doesn't need to shout. It's the quiet achiever of the Omega lineup. The 39mm Globemaster launched as Omega's first master chronometer, and it's been setting the standard for precision ever since. That sunbrush blue pipe hand dial is a straight throwback to the 1952 Constellation, while the fluted scratch-proof bezel gives it a subtle flex without going full peacock. The 3-row bracelet feels buttery on the wrist, with brushed and polished links that play with the light. Flip it over and you'll catch the Observatory medallion, Omega's salute to accuracy. Inside, the caliber 8900, meta-certified, anti-magnetic, and built like a tank in a tux. Prices are holding solid between $4,968 and $8,300, and the collectors are finally catching on. It may not be the loudest in the room, but it is moving up quietly, exactly how smart investments should. Number 3, the Speedmaster First Omega in Space. Clean-cut symmetry, a compact 39.7mm case, and that deep black varnish dial that swallows light like it was made for space. This piece wears vintage without trying too hard. Those straight lugs echo the early 60s Speedmasters, and that burnished brown leather strap, pure old-school swagger with just enough modern flair. The hands and indices pop with creamy lume, playing off the dial like sepia film against a night sky. Flip it over, and you're greeted by an embossed seahorse that feels like a secret badge for the initiated. Inside ticks the legendary caliber 1861, the same engine that went lunar. Originally retailing at $5,300, it now fetches between $5,000 and $8,000 pre-owned. Understated, rising steadily, and perfect with a leather jacket or tailored navy wool. Number 4, the Seamaster Bond 40th Limited Edition. Pure Bond energy wrapped in steel. This 2002 release marked 40 years of 007 on screen, and Omega delivered subtlety with swagger. The Blue Wave dial looks familiar, until you notice that micro-etched 007 logo pattern, barely visible unless the light hits just right, like a secret agent hiding in plain sight. The 41mm case, aluminum bezel, and steel bracelet keep the silhouette classic, with no gimmicks. Inside, it's powered by the caliber 1120, a Swiss automatic with a 44-hour reserve that is all about quiet reliability. Limited to 10,000 007 pieces, this one originally sold for around $2,600, but it's now commanding $5,200 to $9,000 depending on condition. Collectors love it not just for the Bond tie-in, but also because it nails that rare combo of nostalgia and everyday wearability. Whether paired with a tux or thrown on with a field jacket, it wears like a low-key legend that's only going up in value. Number 5, the Speedmaster Chronoscope. Now this is what happens when Omega lets its imagination run wild with a stopwatch. The 43mm Chronoscope blends old-school 1940s charm with full-throttle Speedmaster DNA. and then throws in Olympic-level flair. The silvery opaline dial plays it classy, but then look closer, and you'll spot a trio of vintage snail scales. Tachymeter, pulsometer, telemeter, all in deep gray print, winding across the face like precision circuitry. Gold Arabic numerals and leaf-shaped hands in PVD moonshine gold glow against the blackened subdials, perfectly tied together by the black anodized tachymeter bezel. Flip it over, and you're met with a frosted steel caseback stamped with the Paris 2024 logo and Olympic rings. Not printed, but physically pressed into the metal like a commemorative coin. Powered by the manual wind coaxial master chronometer caliber 9908, it is surgically accurate, METAS certified, and impressively anti-magnetic. Originally priced at $6,814, it is now pulling up to $13,550 on the secondary market, and climbing as the games come and go. It is part stopwatch, part showpiece, part Olympic history, all Speedmaster swagger. Number 6, Ville Prestige. Understated luxury with a twist. This 42mm Ville Prestige blends stainless steel and 18-karat Sedna gold into a case that feels both refined and quietly confident. The domed opaline dial adds a touch of vintage softness, but it's the crescent moon date hand sweeping across the inner date ring that sets it apart. Roman numerals mix with capuchon markers, and a railway minute track rings the dial like something straight out of a mid-century sketchbook. Inside, the coaxial master chronometer caliber 8936 keeps things precise and anti-magnetic, with a view through a clear sapphire caseback. It's currently trading between $7,965 and $11,106, proving that there is collector heat even in dressier silhouettes. Paired with a brown leather strap, it is pure elegance. No flash, all finesse. Number 7, the Planet Ocean Liquidmetal Limited Edition. Omega's first dive into liquid metal tech wasn't just a flex, it was a turning point. This 42mm Planet Ocean blends a mirror finish ceramic bezel with liquid metal numerals, fused seamlessly using a patented process that is nearly impossible to replicate. The result is a bezel that is resistant to wear and also stays sharp for decades. Built like a submarine in a tux, it weighs in at 192 grams with a solid stainless steel case and a fold-over clasp with diver extension. Ready for anything from ocean floors to rooftop bars. It's powered by the coaxial caliber 2500 and dives down to 600 meters without blinking. Originally retailing at $5,500, it now trades between $9,000 and $10,500, gaining traction with collectors year after year. Tough, techy, and seriously underrated. Number 8, Seamaster Planet Ocean 6000 meter. This isn't a dive watch, it's a depth-defying beast in Omega steel. Born from the record-setting 5 Deeps expedition, this 45.5mm Ultra Deep is water-resistant to a staggering 6,000 meters and ISO 6425 certified for saturation diving. The lacquered blue dial isn't just stunning, it is a true-to-data map of the Challenger Deep, created from sonar scans. Under UV light, Easter egg time, Omega was here, glows beneath the surface with pinpoint accuracy at 10,935 meters. The laser-engraved caseback features Poseidon flanked by vintage and modern seahorses, sealing the tribute. Inside ticks the META-certified coaxial caliber 8912, rock solid and anti-magnetic. Originally priced at $13,700, it is now flipping for anywhere from $9,000 to $17,368. Overbuilt, over-delivering, underwater icon status. Number 9, the Seamaster Diver 300-meter Spectre. Built for Bond, worn by Bond. This limited edition 41mm Seamaster was the first time that Omega released the exact model that 007 wore on screen. It ditches the gloss for grit, with a matte black dial, vintage tone loom, and a lollipop seconds hand that feels like a subtle nod to Cold War spycraft. The bidirectional liquid metal bezel carries a 12-hour scale for jet setting, and it's all strapped to the now iconic black and gray NATO, with 007 discreetly engraved on the hardware. Inside, the master coaxial caliber 8400 hums away, anti-magnetic up to 15,000 Gauss. Q would approve. Originally under 8K, it now moves on the secondary market for 10 to 14K, with collectors chasing it faster than Bond on a Ducati. And finally, number 10, the Speedmaster Alaska project. Built to survive negative 148 degrees Celsius to plus 260 degrees Celsius, this is a Speedmaster on a mission, literally. Designed as part of Omega's top-secret Alaska 2 concept for NASA, it's got all the lunar legacy of the Moonwatch, but it also throws on a white dial with rocket-style subdial hands that look straight out of a spaceflight schematic. At 42 millimeters, the case wears classic, but that removable bright red thermal shield turns it into something out of a Kubrick film. Paired with a stainless steel bracelet and a bonus Velcro NASA-style strap, this limited run of 1,970 pieces is now trading between 17 grand and 35 grand. Inside, the manual wine caliber 1861 ticks like it's waiting for liftoff. Industrial, iconic, unapologetically weird. This isn't just a watch, it's hardware from the space race. And there you have it. 10 Omega watches that didn't just stand the test of time. They leveled up in value while looking insanely good doing it. From ultra deep divers to vintage-inspired moon chasers, every piece on this list is proof that the right Omega can be both a risk statement and a financial win. Got one of these in your collection? Well, you might be sitting on a low-key gold mine. Now, smash that like button, drop your favorite model in the comments down below, and make sure to subscribe for more watch picks that go way beyond hype into actual strategy.